Hey, welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris, and today we're going to be doing a review of a couple lights from a company called YeeSite, Y-E-E-S-I-T-E. These lights are slated to be for DJs, disco, stage, wedding, party, karaoke. It's an inexpensive kind of wash light or uplight, and we're going to go ahead and open it up and check it out. What I can say without even opening it is going to be for a beginner DJ, a bedroom DJ, for your home, for lights for Halloween, stuff like that. It's not going to be roadworthy professional stuff, but it will be fun, and they're inexpensive, and let's check it out right now. All right, what do we got in the box? I do not know. I said I was going to stop doing box openings. In this case, I lied. All right, in the box we have a manual. Look at that. It's really tiny. 7 LEDs, RGBW strobe par light, user manual, YeeSite. Looks like we have some mounting brackets. So you do get 2 lights. And those 2 lights come with a fixed power cord. So it is there. It is a DMX unit. On the back you have your DMX in, your DMX out, your LED display. So we got a fan, and you can see the circuit board on the other area where it's cooled, I guess just for cooling purposes. You do have 7 4-watt LEDs. They're red, green, blue, white. They're 4-in-1. And then you have 36 of these 0.2-watt LEDs. So interesting. Looks like it could be fun, and you could get a little bit of that eye candy effect. Thanks, Daryl. And you do have 2 lights, and you have 2 remotes. So I have the units all set up. I'm going to go ahead and plug them in a second and use one remote control here. Hopefully that would work just fine. The remote looks very detailed, a lot going on here. Pull out the little tab. And you have a lot of things you can do with these. You do have 14 channels of DMX, and with DMX you can control the 4-in-1 LEDs, the rings. You can put it in auto mode, you can put it in a fade mode, you can put it in a strobe mode. And really, the DMX, I don't believe is going to give you much more than the remote control, except for if you want to change colors with the rest of your equipment. See if anything happens when we plug them in. All right, we just have some stuff going on. And they're just doing their own thing. So these are actually pretty fun little lights. They're cool in their own little way, but you can master slave them, and by controlling the back you can have them do exactly the same things, which I'm doing right now. So these are just shadowing each other off of this guy here, but with the remote is so strong that when I push a button it's going to take it out of that slave operation. So you'll see the same colors and whatnot, but I want to show you on the wall behind me. I'm going to move over there, but the wall behind me is going to give you the idea. And you're about, we're about 7-8 feet off that wall. I just want to give you an idea of the wash that it'll give you and the effects with the little LED ring and kind of the shadows it gives you. So the remote control has a lot of function to it. You can turn up, you can separately control the top and the bottom, meaning the 7 LEDs and the 36 of the little LEDs. All right, so I'm just going to turn this off right now. And I'm going to turn this off as well. So you have the red, the green, the blue, the yellow, which is kind of amber, the cyan, not bad, purple, it's good, the white's a little dim, but you have all your colors. I'm going to turn that off, and then you have the same thing for the little LEDs. You can see the wash has gotten considerably darker, but as expected. So you have your preset colors that you can access right from the remote. And then you have your shows for the LEDs. I'm going to put on one that's easy to see, this one here. And then for that, you do have a speed button. So I'm going to change the speed. It's kind of cool, and you can see the difference on the wall as well. So there's not a lot of effect from far with them, because they're only 0.2 watt, I think, 0.02 watt, 0.2 watt. Pretty weak, but at the same time, they look really good from the front. So it gives you that little eye candy type effect. And then you have your different shows, and then you can combine them. So you can basically, this little sync button right here will make it do the same colors. So if I start changing the colors here, the colors will change on both rings. So give you a little extra oomph, even if the colors are a little different. So the LEDs, the 36 LEDs aren't 4-in-1s. So you can see when I go to like a light green or a cyan that those colors are pretty much a little more solid. All right, so but if I want it to jump, that's an effect. You can change the speed. Change the speed down. You have the flash, which is your strobe, which is cool. A lot of use for that for like Halloween and house parties. You have your nice fades. There's 2 of them listed on the remote. I'm not sure what the differences are, but you can change the speed of that as well with the speed button. You can see that it's going a lot faster now. And I don't know what the gradual 2 is, what the difference is. But nonetheless, so you can do that, and then you have 2 different music modes, or sound active. And one will light everything, and the other one, sound active 2, will be a strobe for sound active. So I'm going to go back on, and then once again, once I go into the bottom, which I had pressed the sync button, now I can change it if I want. And so now I can have separate colors if I want, and I can even throw the patterns in on this. I can even throw the patterns in, let it run through its shows for the LEDs while I leave the other ones on, which is pretty neat. Pretty neat, pretty neat, pretty neat. So I gotta be honest with you, pretty cool little lights. The remote has a ton of function, as you could tell. You could change the 7 LEDs, you could change the 36 LEDs separately. Is this gonna be for professional use? No, you're not gonna use this for your big multi-$1,000 weddings. But if you're a beginner DJ and you need a little bit of lights and you wanna try something out, definitely worth it. House parties, definitely worth it. And with the remote, like I said, being able just to do little things like this, you want to change this up, you want to have them both do the same thing, hit the little sync button, you got the same kind of colors going on just by pushing the buttons. You want to do the flash, you got that. You want to change it, you want to slow it down, you want to do a fade in, you want to do some fades rather, great. You want to do them separately, that's awesome. You can do these little shows, wonderful, all with the remote. Sound active. Sync those, sound active. Pretty cool. And then we're back over here with something like this. And it's a fun little light. What can I say? I would have killed for something like this when I was a kid. Link is below. YeeSite, $89.99 for 2 in a box. Check them out. Hope you guys like this review. My name's Chris. See you soon.